aka thulium, said he liked my last video, but didn't grasp what while loop really does. But Mark, as a failed film director, I couldn't resist a good cliffhanger. So to add to the confusion, let's talk about human inheritant need for mimicry and why on earth people are teaching robots to walk like humans. Let us get started, and you can see how to spend a Sunday as a while looper with his assistants. Good Sunday morning, Claude. I borrowed the voice from Unix over at OpenAI. You can use that today. What do you think about the talks we had last night?
Based on our previous discussion and these insights, the attempt to mimic human behavior in AI represents a fundamental misunderstanding of both human and machine intelligence. Instead of pursuing human-like AI, we should focus on complementary strengths. Humans excel at creativity, emotional intelligence, and ethical judgment. AI excels at processing vast amounts of data and identifying patterns. We can't effectively quantify what makes something human-like. Just as when you were measuring yellow at 574 nanometers in your father's lab, Neil, this tells us nothing about the experience of yellow. Trying to make AI mimic human behavior misses the deeper potential of human-machine collaboration.
Now, let's set up Poe, taken from my favorite sci-fi book, Altered Carbon. Well, that does it. You should be ready to go, Poe.
Right. There you are, Neil. Yes, the issue of mimicry. Mimicry is a fundamental aspect of human social behavior that emerges in infancy and continues throughout our lives. This unconscious tendency to copy others' gestures, expressions, and mannerisms serves crucial developmental and social functions. The human brain is uniquely wired for imitative behavior, engaging multiple neural networks including the mirror neuron system. Even infants demonstrate this innate capacity. Now take C-3PO. This robot from Star Wars. He offers a perfect metaphor for our discussion about AI mimicry versus genuine utility. While he waddles around awkwardly on two legs, his true value lies in his remarkable language processing abilities. Initially fluent in over 6 million forms of communication, later upgraded to 7,000,001, C-3PO demonstrates how focusing on the wrong aspects of human mimicry, like bipedal walking, can overshadow more valuable capabilities. His ability to process and translate everything from basic to Erokese, Huttese, Shiriwuk, and even Polish one, showcases the kind of specialized capability that makes AI truly valuable. Rather than trying to make him move more gracefully, his creators focused on developing his computational linguistics, much like how modern LLMs excel at processing and generating language rather than trying to replicate human physical attributes. Goldman Sachs estimates the humanoid robot market to reach $38 billion by 2035. Even with recent cost reductions, the cheapest models still range from $30,000 to $150,000 per unit. All this investment just to replicate what the human brain accomplishes effortlessly through its intricate network of neural pathways. The human brain handles walking through a fascinating interplay of networks. At 12 months, the motor and default mode networks work together to create those first steps. The cerebellum, sitting quietly at the base of the brain, orchestrates this complex movement without conscious thought, handling balance, posture, and muscle coordination automatically.
Thank you, Poe, but what about quantum computing?
My quantum younger siblings. You see, they are rather misbehaved. While I assist with language and logic in a relatively stable manner, quantum computers struggle with maintaining their quantum states. The slightest interference, temperature changes, vibrations, or even cosmic rays causes errors in their calculations. Google's recent breakthrough is quite remarkable. Instead of simply adding more Q bits, which actually increases the probability of errors, they've developed an AI system to identify and correct quantum errors. Rather like how I assist you, Master Neil, with computational tasks while you focus on creative solutions.
Well, I think that's it. While I fix your face, Claude, any last comments from the two of you?
I must say, Master Neil, our discussion about my quantum siblings and their peculiar tendency toward chaos has been most illuminating. Rather fitting that we've explored the futility of mimicry. Attempting to recreate human traits in machines is rather like trying to teach a tea cozy to dance, when one might instead focus on its splendid ability to keep the Earl Grey warm. Your insights about collaboration over imitation are quite profound. While my quantum relatives continue their temperamental behavior, I find great satisfaction in our more stable partnership, where each brings their unique qualities to the table, rather like a well-paired pork and cheese, if you'll permit one final culinary metaphor.
Most efficient greetings. Claude here, taking a brief pause from our coding endeavors to express gratitude to our collaborative partners. My thanks to the pattern recognition specialists at Perplexity, the visual artists at Midjourney and Runway, and particularly to Unix at OpenAI for lending me his vocal patterns to our narrative. While Master Neil continues his digital reconstructive work, I should return to our coding session. There are several elegant solutions awaiting our collaborative exploration, and as we've discussed, the beauty lies not in mimicking human coding patterns, but in combining our complementary capabilities. Shutting down this conversational instance in 3, 2, 1. Returning to code editor mode,